Hello again. I have in the past spoken of the demographic changes taking place in Ireland, which are not regarded with unalloyed joy by every citizen in the Republic. Indeed, there is good reason to suppose that the rapid changes now being seen in Ireland are taking place in flat opposition to the expressed will of the people living in that country. It might with some justice be claimed that less than 20 years ago the overwhelming majority of the population indicated their opposition to immigration in the Irish Republic. In 2002, births at Ireland's National Maternity Hospital were running at a higher level than over the last 20 years or so. This baby boom was driven by the fact that one birth in six was to mothers not only from outside Ireland, but who were from countries outside the European Union. Nigerians made up a large number of these births. This was, of course, an immigration racket, something about which nobody had the slightest doubt. These were not mothers who just happened to be tourists who went into labour while they were in Dublin. Some turned up with all their medical records. They were clearly planning to give birth in Ireland. The reason was simple. The law at that time conferred Irish citizenship on every child born in the country. Under EU law, this also meant that the parents of the child were also entitled to residence in the EU. So if you had a baby in Ireland, the baby automatically became Irish, and you as a parent automatically had the right to carry on living in Ireland. A Yoruba mother would turn up, have a baby in Ireland, and then make herself at home and send over to Nigeria for her husband to join her. Everybody knew about this racket, and it was for this reason that so many Nigerians ended up living in Ireland at that time. Miss Ireland a few years ago was of Nigerian heritage, and the fastest man in Ireland is Israel Olatunde, who was born in the country in 2002 as part of this same process about which I've been speaking. Many Irish people were discontented to see their citizenship laws, as they saw it, abused and misused in this way, and in 2004 a referendum was held on the subject. This was to see whether people wished the constitution to be changed so that this loophole could be closed. It was, in effect, a referendum about whether the Irish people wanted to see an increasing number of folk from Africa and Asia turning up and claiming the right to live in the country simply by virtue of managing to get a baby born in Ireland. The proposed amendment to the Constitution read as follows. Notwithstanding any other provision of this Constitution, a person born in the island of Ireland, which includes its islands and seas, who does not have at the time of the birth of that person at least one parent who is an Irish citizen or entitled to be an Irish citizen, is not entitled to Irish citizenship or nationality unless provided for by law. That would soon stem the flood of Nigerian chancellors and those hoping to emigrate to Ireland. The result of the referendum was that 79.17% of the population voted in favour of this amendment and by implication against immigration from Africa, Africans being the main ones using this scam to gain right of residence. Almost 80% of those casting their vote wanted the law tightened up in this way. Fast forward to the present day, and there are far more Africans and also people from the Middle East in Ireland than there were 20 years ago. Nobody even cares these days who is really Irish or not. The country is open to the world. It is intended to double the population of some Irish towns and cities in the course of the next 20 years, and this will be done by immigration. I know that some people in Britain claim that we were never asked. Do they really think that it would have made any difference if we were asked? The way that things have turned out in Ireland suggests strongly that it would not.